Welcome to Book Buzz, brought to you by the Peters Township Public Library. I am Miss Shannon.
And I'm Miss Linda, and we're here to bring you all the information that you need from our departments, which would be children's and young adult, all the fun stuff. Oh. That's not true. The whole library is fun, but...
We're the funnest.
The funnest. Okay. Okay. And the most mature. Okay. Oh, I love it. No, we love our job.
We do, most days. So starting off, we'd like to do a little library news from around the globe. And I just want to make a point to say that, yes, we had the globe here as a prop, but Miss Linda is very particular about this. And during our break in between our last show and this one, she was looking at the globe for an extended period of time to make sure she knew exactly where we were talking about, which just cracks me up because you won't even see that.
I know. But I know.
Yes, I'm glad.
I know. So when we spin it,
this is your little geography lesson, I guess.
Yeah,
you have to talk about it out loud so that you remember where all the different countries are.
That's right. So we're going to give it a little spin, and we'll see where we end up.
Okay.
Oh, now it's going to be all mixed up, and I'm not going to know where it is.
Okay, I put you back in Africa.
Okay, it's right there. It's the blue part on this. It's this little blue area on the globe called Nigeria in Africa. And I loved this article. I mean, talk about librarians being dedicated. This woman is amazing. She had just graduated with her MLIS from University of Denver just last March, okay? Of course, the job market being tough, she was applying and applying. Couldn't get any interviews in the States. She was actually hoping to stay where she was from, which was West Palm Beach, Florida. Okay.
Nice, yeah.
And it's a little hard to be picky. Just keep that in mind for any graduates. It's hard to be picky. You have to go where you have to go, to get a job, at least to get the experience. So a couple of friends of hers were working for this organization in Nigeria, and they were school teachers. I believe these two women were school teachers, and they needed a librarian. So they suggested to her that she apply. Well, she did. She applied, and she got the job. And at first she said, I wasn't sure I would accept it. Was it going to be worth the move? She got on the plane to go to Nigeria to discover that another person on the plane was in charge of that school, or the organization is called American International School of Abuja.
Oh yeah, good old Abuja.
Yeah, been there lately? Okay, well she got her job offer from there and ran into somebody that is part of it on the plane, and she happened to say, do you have any pictures of the library? Because she was going to come in and take over this library. Do you have any pictures I can see and, get the feel for it before I go down there? Obviously, on the plane a long time. The person opened up the camera and did have pictures. Opened it up, and all it was, we're not going to be able to show it on camera, was one big dirt pit with a hole in the ceiling.
Oh, nice, yeah.
That's all it was. It was just a dirt pit. She didn't even know where the books were. So she was like, oh my gosh. So this section's called No Library? No problem. And she went in there. She goes, however, being a library-less librarian threw me for a loop. After the initial shock, I did what most librarians would do, started exploring how to work around this gap. And she wanted to know, where were all the books? Where were they being stored? Because it was just a big hole. But it goes on and on and on. She didn't have any, while they were going to rebuild it, and she was helping, design it and get the shelves put up. I like her technique. She said that she went about doing her business backwards as a librarian, and I was, and I will tell you, I know you sit there with bated breath, that she. For somebody coming fresh out of school.
Oh, yeah, no thanks. Oh, my gosh.
Fresh out of school. She decided that since she didn't have a physical space, she would go to them. Oh, you can make me Sorry. It's all right. She was going to their physical space. So she didn't have a space, so she went to them, and she went to all the classrooms, and she offered to do things. She continually was in every classroom and doing all of that and asking, trying to meet everybody. And like she said, by the first week of school, she had 13 library classes planned for the first week, but the library wasn't open yet. And the library, look at it.
Looks nice
Open
now,
for business 1 month after the start of school.
Well, that's not too unreasonable, I guess, 1 month, considering how it started out as.
Yeah, she made the physical connections first and then the library's physical space second. And I'll end with this one little quote of her. She said, "As I look back, I am thankful that I was able to go into the classrooms early on, which turned out to be a bonding experience with teachers and other staff. This was invaluable for future collaboration. Otherwise, I would have focused so much on preparing the library's physical space that personal connections might have been overlooked until later in the school year."
True.
So her first year in Nigeria as a school librarian, she says it's been an amazing experience with or without a library.
Crazy.
Isn't that cool?
God bless her. That's quite a story.
Yeah. Wow. Fresh.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
But
go
good
in and
for
saying,
her.
okay, let me see pictures of the library. And she was just looking at a dirt hole. Like this maybe structure.
Even just to up and root yourself and move across the world for a job in a library. That's just a whole crazy concept, but good for her.
Talk about moving for a job.
Yeah, talk about relocating.
You have to go somewhere to get the experience and get a job. But
go to Africa.
that's a big move. But I could even tell you more details. But to go to Africa and do this and build that. Like they offer a lot of nice incentives.
I would hope so.
Like paying off school loans and helping with a lot of different financial things.
Yeah.
And for that, I'm happy for her because I'm not like, oh wow, I'm happy for her because I don't think. Well, maybe especially this point in my life, I would never be able to do that.
Yeah.
That's a big move.
That's crazy, but good for her. That's awesome for her.
Yeah. So I'm
Very
going to move
interesting story. I will
that.
not be uprooting to Africa to save a library anytime soon.
Okay.
But good for her.
Okay. We'll just work here in Peters Township.
That works.
Okay. Keep ours going.
Yeah, let's keep it going. All right, and one way we'll keep it going is all these holidays keep us in business, and the biggest holiday event of the season is by far Miss Linda's annual Easter egg hunt. It's so popular that it's backed by popular demand, and we do it twice.
Yes.
Because the first one always fills up, and so not enough space and eggs to go around at one time, so we do two.
We do two. Yep, two separate ones.
And we
you
do
come
have
to one
the
or the
Easter
other.
Bunny that appears at this event. So you can have a meet and greet with the Easter Bunny.
We've had that.
It is a free event.
No kidding.
I'll repeat that. It is a free event, but there's one catch.
The F word.
What's the catch? You must sign up.
Oh.
I was trying to channel. Normally we're on the same page.
I
we
know.
weren't on that one.
No, you know what? I was spaced out on thinking about the eggs and things. Yes, you have to register. We ask. If at all possible, if you know you can make it, please register.
Right.
We want head counts. Otherwise, you have 1 million people in the room, which is not safe.
Yes.
And then we want to make sure that we have enough for everybody.
The event does fill, so we do turn people away, and we don't want
we feel horrible about
to
it.
have you just show up thinking you can participate when we've already filled the event. So call us. Stop in, sign-ups have already started. Please show up.
Yeah, I just had somebody sign up today.
Yeah, please sign up.
Well, we're not done yet.
Go ahead.
So remember the other day when somebody pulled out some books? It was in one of the countries. What country did they pull?
India.
Remember? It was in India.
Yeah.
There were books sitting in our multi-purpose room, a little stack of 3 books from India, and right beside it sat 2 empty plastic Easter eggs. And I thought, oh my gosh, those are from last year. Somebody found.
I'm hoping that's not really what it was, but it could very well be.
I think that's what it was. 2 Easter eggs from last year. Now, the funny thing is.
In our move, I can imagine, now that we're moving everything for painting, we found a
remember
lot of
those
toys
books?
and stuff.
Yeah, the books that we lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but the funny thing is, not only did they find them,
Right.
they were
empty.
they were empty when I saw them. So I'm thinking that they had something in them, but then they got cleaned out. So I already know
So your
these were the ones.
2017 bubble gum.
It'll be a little low. Okay, so these were the two that I found.
Okay.
Okay.
And they've been
And
replenished.
they were emptied. And yes, the Easter Bunny replenished. And if I would offer you a color, I already know what you're going to take, so I'm not going to offer you.
Yes, pink's my favorite
Okay,
color.
so you can open pink, and then I get the blue. You can see what.
So is this 2017 bubble gum or is this 2018 bubble gum?
It's 2018. This is the fresh stuff.
Well, this one's broken, so thanks.
What's the matter? What is it?
It was some bubble, maybe a gumball.
Oh. I don't know what it
You
was.
got the Starburst. I picked the wrong one.
Okay.
You got the better one.
Yep.
I do like these
I
flavored
got
Tootsie Rolls,
Starburst and some sort of flavored Tootsie Roll.
though. Yeah, I like the flavored Tootsie Rolls.
Do you?
Yeah, I'll save that. That's
Okay.
exciting.
Does that mean it's another color? No, I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, you have one too.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this
Egg
is the
hunt.
start of our egg hunt. All right. We got the first eggs.
Yep.
right.
And it's a super fun event. It's held inside the library. But again, please sign up. It's going to be the 19th or the 26th. Both are Monday nights. There is a mistake in the Township magazine, so make note of that. We were
Yeah.
originally scheduling it for a weekend, and for conflict reasons, we were not able to do that. So please note the date change. They're both on Mondays.
But it also got screwed up, mixed up again, because in the magazine it says that's Saturday, and there was conflict, so we had to move it from that Saturday. And remember how we talk, like we do programs on the nights that we work?
Right.
Who works Monday night?
Miss
Remember
Linda.
having that whole thing?
Yep.
Monday night. So the 2 Monday nights before Easter, that night. Because another thing, I don't know if I saw it in our brochure, that says that one of them is Monday morning.
Oh.
And I was like, and then somehow I had that on my sign-up sheet. So then I had to cross that out and put that it's.
So we were a little bit just. all over the place
I don't know
this
what
year.
happened this time, so please forgive us. But they are both on following Monday nights, the 19th, the 26th at 6:30. Must register.
Yes.
Okay, that's official. Okay, all right. So I'll set mine down so I don't eat it. Okay.
All right, so another fun event we have going on, and this is exciting because our intern, who's just wonderful, Miss Caroline, she's been working on these programs the last couple months. She does our night with WQED, and so she's going to be doing Nature Cat this month in March, which is great because we're looking into spring, and Nature Cat's all about getting outside and exploring nature, so a lot of fun with that, and we always have some cool giveaways too. So that's going to be on the 8th at 6:30. Come in, watch an episode of Nature Cat, and do some really fun
Please
nature
register for that as well.
activities. Yeah, please register for that too if you can. That'd be
The
great.
reason, and then I have a great story. This is true. Perfect timing. Today, one of the moms took a picture of the flyer. You know how we
Yes.
put them up on the display? Took a picture of it, and she was like, I'm so excited. She said, this is my kid's favorite program.
Oh, nice.
And she not only said that, she went and grabbed her kids out from, playing whatever they were playing, brought them over and said, look what they're going to be having. And they got all
Nice.
excited.
Tidy ho.
Yep, got to pass
He
it
says,
on.
Tidy ho.
Pass it on.
Yep.
So,
Cool. Very
good.
cool.
We're doing it for,
Somebody likes it. That's
yeah.
good.
Well, partnering with
WQED is
WQED and their awesome programming and everything that they do for us.
Yeah.
And what we do for them, it's a mutually beneficial
Yeah, it's
relationship.
Good, though. Yeah, it's one of our favorite partnerships for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a wonderful experience. So moving on, kindergarten tea. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that, Ms.
I
Linda?
would
What's
love to.
involved in that?
Yeah, I sent one of these to Kelsey to put on. This is really cool, and I think it is worth talking about, which is, they had been doing a kindergarten tea at, I believe it was being held at Bower Hill before it got switched to the library.
Are you sure this is from 2017?
Is it hard?
A little bit. Go ahead.
They came right from that box I just ordered. Okay, I promise. Well, we didn't ask them.
Fresh candy for the Easter egg hunt. Don't you worry.
Yeah, it's fresh. Okay, so anyway, they've been offering this tea, and what they do is they invite preschool teachers come to the library for this preschool, and this year they're calling it the ABC Off to Kindergarten. That's the theme. And as you can see on the screen, and what I sent out a notice of this to all the preschool teachers and stuff, so
Right.
that they would know. It's just preschool teachers and kindergarten teachers, but it's fun to mention because it just shows how active the people are in our community. And I wrote on my little note to them, and I said, I went, P.S. Oh, by the way, did I mention it includes lunch? I did.
And that's the best part about it. Yeah.
That was another thing. Feed them, and they will come. But actually, last year, it was so good.
It was.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. This is going to be our 3rd year doing it, and it is fun.
It's only 3 hours long, which includes lunch, and it shows we go around. There's going to be all kinds of demonstrations and things for the preschool teachers to see, and meet with kindergarten teachers to see what the preschool kids need to know to be ready to go into kindergarten. That is helpful for the kindergarten teachers as well.
Right, and actually preschool teachers, you do get in-service hours for attending this event. So I know it's hard to get in-service hours being in the preschool, since it's like basically all day, every day that you're there, and they don't necessarily have the in-service opportunities we have in a public school system. So you will get a couple hours for that. So make sure you you come. If you did not get it, if you did not hear about it, then please let us know, or you can contact Maria Pyatt at the Bower Hill, and she'll be happy to give you some information as well.
I love it. And she put the poster or the flyer up. It's going to be fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
Don't want to
and
miss
the lunch
it.
is good. It was catered by our Bower Hill PTA.
And they do a nice job taking care. Taking care of us.
Very cool. So, and kind of in connection with that, we don't have too much information about it yet, but because it's not coming for a few months, but
it's just starting to gel.
Yes, it's just something in the process of being planned. But we want to tell all of our parents of soon-to-be kindergartners to save the date for Wednesday, May 23rd. It's going to be a Wednesday night. We're having the first time ever getting ready for kindergarten parent night at the library. So these same kindergarten teachers, maybe even some of our preschool teachers, are going to come to the library with our Children's Youth Services staff and tell you all that you need to know to make sure your child is ready for kindergarten. Because kindergarten's tough now.
It is. You know what? I think that as I get older, and even seeing the difference since my kids have been in the different grade levels, it is, I think each year is just tougher than the year before. It just seems like they're adding so much to the curriculum and all of that. But what'll be nice too for that parent night is, to have the one-on-one with the preschool teachers and the kindergarten teachers, but we will be there as well, pointing out things that we can give you that'll help you get your child ready.
Right.
You know, we have the resources.
Right.
To get them ready with play and books and all of this stuff.
And all of our tablets and things we have.
All this stuff, that you can check out for free.
Right.
So we'll be able to show you our resources as well.
Right, which is it's a win-win for everybody. So make sure you save that date for May 23rd.
It's our first time trying it. I think it's going to be a real. I think it's going to be a real success. And if I offer cookies or something,
we'll have refreshments of some kind.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll offer something. Have food. They will come.
Cookies, coffee, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Juice boxes.
Yeah, there you go.
We're known
for
our
the
juice boxes.
parents. There you go.
Well, make them feel at home, like it's our department. You know,
that's
like
true.
here, welcome. All right, hey, let's do some books because you have a stack of them and I have some. So let's go back and forth.
Good new YA ones that I wanted to make sure I shared.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned our last episode about doing crossword puzzles, and I know that you like word games. This is actually it's called Down and Across.
Yeah.
Like a crossword puzzle. I thought this was super cute. I love the cover of it too. It's quirky and charming, wise and unpredictable, and it's about Scott Ferdowski, who has a track record of quitting. Ooh. His best friends know exactly what they want to do with it the rest of their lives, but Scott can hardly commit to a breakfast cereal, let alone a passion. With college applications looming and his parents pushing him to settle on a practical career, Scott sneaks off to Washington, D.C. seeking guidance from a famous psychologist who claims to know the secret to success. He never expects an adventure to unfold, but that's what Scott gets when he meets Fiora Buchanan, a ballsy college student whose ambition is to write crossword puzzles. When the bicycle she lends him gets Scott into a high-speed chase, he knows he's in for the ride of his life. Soon, Scott finds himself sneaking into bars, attempting to pick up girls at the National Zoo.
Oh, that's a good place to pick up chicks. I'll meet you by the gorilla cage.
Oh, that stinks too.
It really does.
And even giving the
Literally.
crossword thing a try, all while opening his eyes to the fundamental truths about who he is and who he wants to be. So I think as a teenager,
sounds
when the
cool.
hardest thing is to figure out what the heck you're going to do with your life, you know, it's hard to make a choice at 16 and 17 what you're going to be when you grow up.
didn't know.
And that's kind of what this book is about. It's almost like a play on that. So down and across, I just think this is going to be super fun. I'm looking forward to this one. So brand new, hot off the presses, teen book at the
Nice.
library.
Okay. Do I get a hot off the press one?
Go ahead.
Want to go back and forth real quick?
I like this.
I love this one. This is about the Statue of Liberty, and I love the title because it talks about all the parts of the Statue of Liberty, in particular her right foot. And that's what it's called, Her Right Foot by Dave Eggers. It's because her right foot, if you ever pay attention, is in motion.
Like
See
she's
how
walking,
it's
yeah.
like she's moving. And the book talks about, and I, you know, without, you know, we don't get political or anything on here or any, but there were two things that really stuck out to me. It said, if the Statue of Liberty is a symbol of freedom, if the Statue of Liberty has welcomed millions of immigrants to the United States, then how can she stand still? So that's why, you know, and they go on to say, she was so anxious for immigrants that she's actually out to sea to greet them before they even make it to land.
Oh.
Yep. And that's why it says, after all, the Statue of Liberty is an immigrant too. And,
That's true. She was built in
this
France.
is why she's moving, and this is why she's striding. So I like it.
It's a beautiful book,
It
yeah.
is. It's a beautiful book. It's thought-provoking and learning something about an important piece of history and, you know, representation of our country.
Absolutely.
So, okay.
Very cool. Like it.
Thanks.
Well, this is another brand new, hot off the presses. This one's actually kind of really, it's definitely a turn. That book was more silly. This one's very kind of like a little bit dark and spooky. It's called The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. But look how beautiful the cover of this book is. I just love all the gold.
Yeah, I like it
how
too.
Shimmers. See, look, ooh, shimmer, shimmer.
All right.
All right, so
Have bling and shiny gold, and we
it's a
will
little
read.
bit, but it's like I said, it's a little bit on the dark side. 17-year-old Alice and her mother have spent most of Alice's life on the road, always a step ahead of the uncanny bad luck biting at their heels. But when Alice's grandmother, the reclusive author of a book of pitch dark fairy tales, dies alone at her estate, the Hazelwood, Alice learns how bad her luck can really get. Her mother is stolen away by a figure who claims to come from the cruel supernatural world where her grandmother's stories are set. So definitely a little bit of fantasy twisted into here.
Oh.
Alice's only lead is the message her mother left behind: stay away from the Hazelwood. Alice has a long steered clear of her grandmother's cultish fans, but now she has no choice but to ally with her classmate and fairy tale superfan Ellery Finch, who may have his own reasons for wanting to help her. To find her mother, Alice must venture first to the Hazelwood and then to the world where her grandmother's tales began, and where she might discover why her own story went so wrong.
Ooh.
So a little dark and spooky, throwing in
cool.
some fantasy. It's like almost like a book coming to life kind of a story.
Yeah.
So definitely a really fun new book by Melissa Albert here.
Oh,
Hazelwood.
I like. You know what I've been noticing? A lot of picture books, the people are really getting into helping children feel good about themselves. You know, when, you know, there's so much going on in the world and the bullying and all that, you know, that they have like little to no confidence in themselves. This one by Daria Peoples Riley, and this is called This Is It. So she's a ballet dancer, obviously, but this isn't just about ballet dancing. The one, do you remember, what was her name?
Leanne Womack.
Yeah.
I Hope You Dance.
I Hope You Dance. Mm-hmm. This one says, dance like you belong in the spotlight.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, kind of like that too. It says, today is the day, stand up tall, point your toes, take a deep breath, and dance. And I absolutely love it. They tell you to stand up tall, arch your back, hold your head high. It's everything to do with living and feeling proud and good about yourself. And whether you're a dancer or a soccer player or an avid reader, be proud of yourself doing what you like to do.
Love it. Mm-hmm. Very good.
Good, a feel-good book.
Good feel-good
Okay.
book. All right, well, this one actually is not newer, but I just found it on our shelf and it was like speaking to me. I just thought of it's something we don't see in YA fic very often, and it's crime-solving mystery.
Oh, okay.
That's definitely a very popular theme for adult readers. We've tons of, our Roz reads them like crazy.
Oh, she does. I know
those murder mysteries.
Yeah.
But you don't see it as often for teens. So I thought, but teens would like these types of genres too. So this one's called Nightly and Sun, and look, it has like a little Sherlock kind of guy on there.
It's cool.
Darkest Nightly is like any other 13-year-old boy that is, apart from his name, his brain power, and his habit of reading the top secret files hidden in his bedroom. But then one day, a stranger from the Department of the Unexplained arrives with news of his father, and Darkest's life goes from ordinary to extraordinary. Alan Knightley used to be London's top private detective until a mysterious incident left him in a coma for 4 years. Now he's woken up to discover his son has inherited his talent for solving mysteries, and their services are urgently needed. The duo find themselves caught in a conspiracy that involves a group of villainous masterminds, a code to crack, high-speed car crashes, and the best-selling book that might be making people do terrible things. Could it all be linked to a shadowy organization known as The Combination? There are only 2 people strange enough to take on this equally weird string of crimes. Meet Knightley and Son.
Wow.
So it's a really fun crime-solving, like I said, you don't see books like that too often in YA. There's a lot of dystopian still really big in YA, or even like romance. So this is really fun if you've if you're a mystery fan.
Yeah. I was, while you were reading that, and I was thinking, because your comment about not having many mysteries written for that age group, that, that would be really cool if this would be a hit, or connect with people that maybe this author, as an example, would start writing more.
Right.
So
sure.
That's cool.
Yeah, it looks like a fun one.
Yep. All right. Another feel-good one, Matt De La Pena and Lauren Long. Lauren Long, he was the one that illustrated, as among other things, The Little Engine That Could.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So he's been around for a while.
Yeah, he's been around. It's a beautiful book, and it basically, I'll hold it up. It talks about, it takes people all around, whether you're getting in a taxi cab or you're standing in front of a puddle, or you're, wherever you are, doing whatever you're doing, that there's love around you.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, that there's love, and you just have to slow down and look for it. So it's kind of like, stop and smell the roses kind of thing, and then it does. And I was going to have us, read the ending, but if we have about a minute, do you want to do that?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, because it's
Good
so
way to sign
pretty.
off. I love your bookmark.
Oh yeah, I
straw
thought that's
holder.
great. So here's what I thought. Okay, I'm playing director.
Go
okay.
for it. You do that.
You read a paragraph, I'll read a paragraph, and then I know what's on the next page, and we'll read it together.
Okay.
How's that?
Sure.
Okay. Because I think it's just a nice way to leave this off.
Okay, you go read the first paragraph.
Okay. So when the time comes for you to set off on your own, heavy winds will sweep past your building, and great gray clouds, God bless you, will congregate above. That's not
ruining the effect. Your loved ones will stand there like puddles beneath their umbrellas, holding you tight and kissing you and wishing you luck.
It's so sweet. Okay, together.
Okay, ready?
But it won't be luck you'll leave with, because you'll have love. You'll have love, 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 love.
Sounds like a song.
I know. I want to play the Beatles in the background. Love, love. Okay. So I think that was just
like
really
that.
nice.
Mm-hmm. I might have to use that one.
Yeah, for good feelings. All right. Here we go. We're ending on
Yep.
love.
Always a good way to end.
Mm-hmm.